Mic test. Mic test. Hello. Good afternoon. Please settle down as the program will be starting in a few minutes. Just a reminder before we begin today's program, kindly switch your mobile phones to silent mode to avoid interruption. Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone here today.
Magandang hapon sa ating lahat. Mabuhay and welcome to 3 Acts of Tagumpay, Harvesting the Boundary Fruit of Loving Kindness, the 3 Acts of Goodness Cycle 7 Awarding Ceremony.
I am Karil Ko.
And I'm Nang Guang, and we will be your host for today's event.
Today is indeed an auspicious day because we are all here to celebrate yet another successful year for the teachers and educators who have put a lot of thought to the projects that they have implemented for the betterment of their respective schools and DepEd divisions.
The 3 Acts of Goodness grant program started out in 2015, providing grants to 15 schools. Now, in our 7th year, we are now giving grants to 300 schools across the 23 Department of Education regions. The 3 Acts of Goodness community is indeed a growing family that helps inspire not only their students, but also each other. And right now, with the easing COVID-19 restrictions, we are so glad to be able to celebrate this awarding ceremony face-to-face, representatives from all over the Philippines.
Yes, that's right. We have representatives all over the Philippines from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So in behalf of Guang Shan, we would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We really appreciate you for taking the time off your busy schedules to join us today.
Now let us all bring our attention to the projectors and let us all watch how our 3 Acts of Goodness schools all over the Philippines, from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, amidst the global pandemic.
Let me tell you this story, a gift of pure joy, of a kid about 12. He was just a little boy. He entered the Sangha. His heart was true. He vowed compassion, lived a life of virtue. All sentient beings benefit from his vows. Affinities flourish because his art allows pure good intentions have wider reach, just because he practiced what he preached. Thank you, Master Xingyan, for all that you do. This world is more beautiful because of you. Thank you, Master Xingyan. What more can I say? Life is more meaningful with you, lighting the way. the Dharma to you and me. We learn to just let go so that we may be free. We're all connected. Yes, we are one. He made us see the gift in everyone. Thank you, Master Xingyan, for all that you do. This world is more beautiful because of you. Thank you, Master Xingyan. What more can I say? Life is more meaningful with you, lighting the way. Now we pay forward all the kindness you've shared. Good thoughts, kind words, good deeds to show we care. Too many stories about you touches the heart. You have been our inspiration from the start. Thank you, Master Xingyan, for all that you do. This world is more beautiful because of you. Thank you, Master Xingyan. What more can I say? Life is more meaningful with you. Thank you, Master Xingyan, for all that you do. This world is more beautiful because of you. Thank you, Master Xingyan. What more can I say? Life is more meaningful. Life is more beautiful. Life is more meaningful with you, lighting the way.
Lim Wang is an author of 9 books and essays, poetries, and fiction in the Chinese language. She is also currently the director of Guang Shan Temple Chinese Schools, director of BLIA Philippines, and a columnist in the Philippine World News Chinese newspaper, director of Philippine Songqing Lin Foundation, director of Philippine Chinese Writers Association, and a member of Penfield.
So with all that being said, let us give a warm welcome to Miss Lourdes Lim Wang. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Venerable Neng Guang. Thank you, Miss Ko. Xixiang, what is auspicious greetings? Yes, like when I see Principal Rowan's post, I remember Jos Mabalos. Jos Mabalos, Xixiang, auspicious greetings, everyone. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share my experiences on TAG. Thank you to Venerable Yong Kwang and Venerable Miao Jing for inviting me. As part of the screening committee, I was able to read your wonderful proposals and visit Ilocos Norte. Thank you to our beautiful and outstanding tour guide from DepEd Ilocos Norte. So fasten your seatbelts and let us fly to Ilocos Norte and see. To see is to believe. Okay. So you can see the meditation hall, the reading corner, the book study project. Okay. So we have also tag diaries or journal, tag bulletin board, then the honesty store, and various workshops like arts, photography, writing, play, and many more. And also some eco park, eco garden. All are meaningful and impressive. Okay, so I have wondered how the schools prior to TAG program was introduced. And Principal Rowan Celestial of Buena Vista Elementary School in Bicol told me. I'm really saddened by the reply. He said that the school was really problematic. And the former principal, agedly, experienced harassment from the people of the community. There was indeed some prevailing fearful atmosphere of killings, rapes, and abuses that were rampant in the area. Really so sad. Okay, next. So, some news flash back in my mind. Like just weeks ago, the student killed due to hazing in University of Mindanao. Anyone from Mindanao here? Mindanao. Next. There was also the New York case, the mass shooting in an elementary school. Okay. And there was also the child care center attack in Thailand. This was just weeks ago or days ago. The youngest students are only 2 years old. They are napping, then killed. Okay. Then this happened in the Philippines during our lockdown. I think it's in Caloocan. Just because playing for fun, they are playing territory game. Then they end up quarreling, throwing gasoline bottles. Then the gasoline bottles hit an electrical wire. So, so what were the motivations of these disasters? We can say hatred, ignorance, revenge, or simply just rooted from the actions created to our body, our mind, about our mind. We call it karma. So Venerable Master Singwin, the founder of Guang Shan, advocates the 3 acts of goodness. And he introduced the 3 acts of goodness program into the school globally, hoping that by doing good deeds, one can resolve to serve the public. By speaking good thoughts, so we thank you for Venerable Master Singwin, for the Venerables in the Philippines, led by Venerable Yong Kwang and Venerable Miao Jing, and of course, to the tremendous support of our DepEd. We started the partnership, the collaboration of the program from 2015, from 15 schools, 1-5, and to today, we are going to so this was the first memorandum. Next slide. So a big thank you to all benefactors, also our BLIA members, families, and friends. I am grateful for everyone's generosity, but more so, I'm happy with you who are our partners in this great endeavor. So we said, kay inam at nandyan ka. In Chinese, 有你真好. In English, it's good to have you. Yes, this Chinese calligraphy is written by our Venerable Master Singwin. He writes every day, despite 96 years old age, blurred eyesight, almost blind, shaking hands, sickness. What for? For the sake of sending his wishes. For the sake of the public trust fund. What is the fund for? To support the educational and cultural activities such as this TAG program, the Good Seedling program, the Guangming College. So I thank you, everyone. You have that vision to the vow to reshape our society. So I will say that TAG is the right choice, the light and our future. Let me share you a story that this was also shared to me by Principal Rowan. The child's name is Crisette Cervantes. She came from a rural areas, poor family. TAG was introduced to her when she was grade 2. I think she is now grade 6 or 7. Okay, what has been She been busy for these years. Let us see. Okay, she is the Batang tutor, the leader of the mangrove planting project, the clean-up seashore drive in her community. She also helps her father in fishing and her mother in sailing kakanim. At young age, life is tough, but she already made the right choice. The tug has changed her mindset. So tug is the right choice. Tug helped her to think of good thoughts and that not all happiness can be found in the material things. Okay, next slide. I remember Venerable Master Singh said, because I always have the concept that having good thoughts is helping others, but it is not. Venerable Master told us that there is also a deeper meaning of good thoughts, that even if you suffer setbacks such as grievances and injustices, you can still think about the good thoughts. Look at the good things for you to turn suffering into happiness and bad into beauty. You must use these good thoughts to change your destiny. Okay. So the pandemic has affected millions of lives of people around the world. However, I was surprised to see the Facebook post of our tag schools. On Kindness Station, on Inay. Is the teacher here? The teacher in the picture? Yes, I can see you. Next, very good. Okay, so when the whole world is affected by the pandemic, we are forced to post the post button. But our tag school, the tag button is always on. When majority of the people are angry, accusing, complaining, and panicking, we were able to look at the world once again in different angle. Change of mindset, maintain our right mindfulness. So that is the really meaning of good thoughts. There is a popular saying that it is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. And the three acts of goodness is the candle, is the light, light in the candle, in the darkness. From our Tag Schools family, we see the meaning and value of life, how to change our mindsets and not to be swayed away by the chaos outside the world. Tag is the light that will cheer up our sunshine spirit. Let me share you another story. This one was shared to me by Dr. Joseph Balanja. Is she here now? The story is about the tag coordinator, Miss Rem Aguirre. Is Rem Aguirre here? Tag has changed her life. She used to be stressed, to be sad, with mixed affections. But with tag, next slide. Next slide. With tag, she was able to plant vegetable in her yard for her vegetarian plant. She organized tagapabasa and some virtual readings activities sponsored by Guang Shan Foundation. And she focused on activities that can uplift morale of the young ones and make their time more productive. This is very important, like the one playing the territory game. Dahil walang magawa. Just for fun, really. So the time has to be more productive. Maximize the time, okay? So there was some hazing news, unpleasant things happening in the world. but I can see the tag stories in the other side. So Venerable Master Singwin often says that our world is comprised of half and half. I can think of that. There was a story about the two wolves inside us, the one named good and the one named evil. They are always fighting. Who will win? The one we fed. So which one will we fed? The good or the evil? Okay. Next slide. There was also a story, a real story, of Guang Shan monk, Venerable Chue Cheng, when she was in Brazil. A robber pointed a gun to her. And what did she say? She said, I might not be able to save you, but I will save your children. So what we are doing now is nurturing the children because they are our future. Okay, next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. Last week, we have the BLIA directors meeting in a youth forum. Venerable Master Singwin said, to understand a nation's future, we look at the youth of the nation. These pictures, I proudly present our BLIA YAD Manila. In the social media, when I browsed recently, I noticed that there are a lot of comments about bringing back the GMRC and even the ROTC. I presume the value education, the 3 acts of goodness, has its timely importance. Of course, after visiting the schools, it's like what's the time? We went to sightseeing, the wind farm. It's really nice. But what is more amazing is when the wind flows across the blade from one windmill to another. Electricity was generated to millions of households. I can relate this to domino effect, to butterfly effect. Same as Venerable Master Singwin said that our mind is like a factory. So a single action from our body, a word from our mouth, a thought from our mind will bring up to big consequences. Okay, so this one, like factory, our mind's like factory. We can manufacture good and evil. Okay, next slide, please. So Venerable Master Singh said, in a world where good and evil are half and half, we often think that we need to protest to eliminate evil. But forget that. Tag can save the world and create a beautiful and harmonious society. Tag can purify the society and improve the social atmosphere. If one person does good deeds, speaks good words, thinks good thoughts, then that person will be saved. If all in the community practice tax, then the entire community will be saved. Next slide, please. So I will say that TAG is our future. Our future, bright future lies on our future TAG students, future TAG parents, future TAG national builders, future TAG leaders. TAG is our future. What kind of future? The future that we practice TAG, we will have the freedom of the heart. The future that we understands the living affinity, understanding that we are connected to each other, understanding that the things are interrelated, understanding that everything has cause and condition. Next, what kind of future? The TAG future that can purify the mind. and also the future back to the previous, and also the future that we respect and tolerate for us to have a unity, to become a family, unity for our word. We are family, we are word. The future that we can resolve to serve and eventually eliminate evils. So as in our poster, we are like planting seeds, harvesting the bounty fruit of loving kindness. So thank you again to all of you for being the TAG educators and advocators today for our bright future. The future lies in our hand. Taos-pusong pagsasalamat muli sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you for the sharing, Ms. Lourdes Lim Wang. We can really see how 3 acts of goodness is really indeed a part of our future.
Actually, just a little backstory. Our event today is how Guang Shan Philippines would want to recognize and award the 300 outstanding schools all over the Philippines and acknowledge the 3 acts of goodness grants for elementary schools and high schools for their exemplary practice of the 3 acts of goodness: do good deeds, speak good words, and think good thoughts.
While everyone is sitting down, we will now take this opportunity to introduce our VIP guests. We would want to invite our VIPs to join us here in the main shrine. Let us welcome them and give them a round of applause. Venerable Miao Jing, Abbess of Mabuhay Temple.
Dr. Michael Tan, President of Quang Minh College.
Mary Tiu, Education Manufacturers.
Dr. Ramir Oitico, Regional Director of Region 6.
Dr. Helen Correa, 3 Acts of Goodness Resource Speaker.
Ms. Arlene Bermejo, DepEd Representative and former SDS of Sagay City.
Lourdes Lim Wang, 3 Acts of Goodness Resource Speaker, fictionist and writer.
Ms. Kathy Lim, Guang Shan Foundation Board of Trustee.
Dr. John Iramil Teodoro, Professor of Literature, Creative Writing, and Art Appreciations at De La Salle University.
Mr. Erwin Choa, President of Buddha's Light International Association.
Venerable Jeline from Guang Shan Mabuhay Temple.
Junrei Alayakyak, 3 Acts of Goodness Ambassador. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today and for your unwavering support and goodwill.
Today is indeed an auspicious day because we are all here to celebrate yet another successful year for all of our teachers and educators who have put a lot of thoughts into the project that they want to implement for the betterment of their respective schools and Department of Education division. The 3 Acts of Goodness community is a growing family that helps inspire not only its students but also each other.
In this ceremony, we have 12 Department of Education superintendents to attend in person, showing how DepEd recognizes the significant impacts of the 3 Acts of Goodness in education. We, from the Philippines, are thankful for Venerable Master's Global 3 Acts of Goodness campaign through Venerable Master Sing Yun Public Education Trust Fund and his One Strokes calligraphy.
We would also like to acknowledge and extend our gratitude to Guang Shan Foundation, Guang Shan Mabuhay Temple, Buddha's Light International Association, BLIA Chapters President, 3 Acts of Goodness Ambassadors, 3 Acts of Goodness Resource Speakers, 3 Acts of Goodness Facilitators, Quang Minh College Recruitment, Coordinators, and Directors of International Linkage and Mobility.
Now to officially start our program, may we request everyone to watch the video.
Wake up from the darkness. Look out on peaceful skies. Living a life of hope. Planting the seeds we sow.
春天花蕊长地红，心中有爱花青芳，传给世界每一人。脚踏实地有希
真话人间没有爱，世界是我的家。
Mundo'y tahanan, tayo'y isa sa pag-ibig. Tayo'y isa sa kapayapaan. Tayo'y isa sa mundo, pag-ibig kapayapaan. Tayo'y isa.
Bangkit dari kegelapan.
That was very inspiring. It's settling to know that there are still people who look out for our welfare. It is really an innate characteristic for Filipinos to bounce back when we are faced with challenges. We ensure that we provide all the help we can to give during challenging times. So today, we will appreciate and celebrate all the efforts of our teachers and volunteers during the height of the global pandemic. Thank you so much, teachers and volunteers, for your tireless efforts and heartfelt deeds during this period of uncertainty that was brought by the pandemic.
Now, to officially start our program, may we request everyone to rise for our national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alay dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting. Sa manlulupit, di ka pasisir. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walat ipagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pagkay mga api, ang namatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please remain standing as we will offer a prayer for all of our teachers here today by Venerable Master Xing Yun.
A prayer for our teachers by Venerable Master Xing Yun. O great compassionate Buddha, today your disciples come before you to offer gratitude to our teachers, for it is their efforts, teachings, and guidance that enable us to gain knowledge and skills. It is their guidance towards the right path that enables us to nurture our understanding and wisdom. We therefore vow to strive forward and progress diligently to repair the great dedications our teachers have shown in teaching us. We also vow to do all we can and make contributions to society to repair our teachers' kindness. O great compassionate Buddha, all teachers are like candles that radiance light to illuminate students. All teachers are like lotus flowers that emit sweet palms to benefit students. They regard the achievements of students as their personal glory. They regard the contributions of students as their personal pride. They regard the advancements of students as their personal joy. They regard the endeavors of students as their personal motivation. O great compassionate Buddha, how could we possibly begin to repay our teachers for the great benevolence they have bestowed upon us? How could we possibly begin to thank our teachers for their lofty status and exalted teachings? By praying to you, Buddha, may we transfer the merits of all of our accomplishments to our teachers and parents. May those who are still alive be at ease and all their wishes fulfilled. May those who are deceased have increased merit and be reborn in the land of Amitabha Buddha. Wherever our teachers and parents are, may they be aware of our insignificant accomplishments and be filled with delight and comfort. O great compassionate Buddha, education is the cradle that fosters talent. Education is the foundation that a society is built upon. We pray to you to support all teachers with your great power. May they embody your wise skills of adapting instructions to individual abilities. May they embody your ideas of balancing practice and understanding. May they embody your compassionate model of not neglecting anyone. May they embody your magnanimous power of respecting both teachers and students. May they be able to understand that what all beings need in education is not pieces of knowledge, but a fortress of eruditions. Is not the dry vines of dogma, but the vibrant gardens of life. Is not an elegant, adorned appearance, but a profound internal spirit. Is not lavish gifts, but the fountain of truth. O great compassionate Buddha, once again, we pray to you to support all teachers with your great power. May they be able to aspire to nurture the talents. May they demonstrate the spirit of teaching without weariness. Through a sound and complete education, may the talent disperse throughout the world. May society be fortunate and peaceful. O great compassionate Buddha, please accept our sincerest prayer. O great compassionate Buddha, please accept our sincerest prayer.
So you may now please take your seats.
Before we proceed to the next section of our program, I would like to request for a group photo.
So you may now look in front, look at the camera, and smile. 1, 2, 3, cheese! So for the next position, let's do the 3 acts of goodness hand gesture. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, for the last one, let's do the lotus hand gesture. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you so much. So for a copy of the photo, you may check it out by visiting our Guang Shan Facebook page. It will be uploaded as soon as possible by our documentation staff.
Now, to kick off the awarding ceremony, let us watch the welcome remarks of the head abbess of Guang Shan Philippines, Venerable Yong Guang.
Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Welcome to Guang Shan Mabuhay Temple. Do good deeds with the hand. Speak good words with the mouth. Sing good thoughts with the mind. Humanistic Buddhism's mission by Venerable Master Xing Yun is to let the world be Maganda, hand in hand, heart to heart. We are family. Tayo ay familia. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Mabuhay.
We would like to thank Venerable Yong Guang for this lovely message. Indeed, hand in hand, heart to heart, we are family. We appreciate the hard work our teachers do in supporting our 3 Acts of Goodness programs and activities in the schools and the communities.
Now, let's welcome all the VIP guests to be on the stage. Venerable Miao Jing, the abbess of Guang Shan Mabuhay Temple.
Dr. Michael Tan, the president of Quang Ming College.
Mary Tu, Education Manufacturers.
Dr. Ramir Oitico, Regional Director of Region 6.
Dr. Helen Correa, 3 Acts of Goodness Resource Speaker.
DepEd Representative, former SDS of Sagay, Miss Arlene Bermejo.
Lourdes Lim Wang, 3 Acts of Goodness Resource Speaker.
Miss Kathy Lim, Guang Shan Foundation Board of Trustee.
Dr. John Iramil Teodoro, Professor of Literature, Creative Writing, and Art Appreciation at De La Salle University.
Mr. Erwin Choa, President of Buddha's Light International Association.
Venerable Jue Lin from Guang Shan Mabuhay Temple.
Junrei Alayakyak, 3 Acts of Goodness Ambassador. So we would now want to invite Principal Dr. Michael Tan, the president of Quang Ming College, to join us on stage to give a few words of appreciation for everyone here today. So let us all welcome Dr. Michael Tan. Magandang hapon po, Dr. Tan. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon to all. Magandang hapon. And since so many of you are from the Visayas, maayong hapon sa atong tanan. And this is the first time that I am meeting the group of TAG, TAG. I consider this a very important development because Venerable Yong Kwang has talked frequently about Kwangming College working more closely with the different schools. Over the years, we have built the ties. Actually, mga partners kayo, no? I know a lot of you helped us to recruit students, and there are so many nga from your areas. I would like, of course, to acknowledge Sagay, no? Sa baba ba? Yung, sige. Former na, no? Okay. Lumipat na, sige. But we have had several graduates coming from that area. No? West Visayas is, of course, numero unong soking-soki natin. It's an area that I'm very familiar with because I have many friends from Panay nga. No? And nagulat nga ako, I was always surprised with the students. Sila ang naggulat sa akin kasi when I came in and they would introduce themselves, for example, they would say they're from Concepcion. No? And I said, nakarating na ako sa Concepcion. No? I have been to the islands around Panay, no? So I'm familiar with the area. No? And they are close to my heart and therefore close to Kwangming. No? Take the 3 Acts of Goodness program to another level. Now that this is based, of course, on a very basic principle. Ang Kwangming College has been very much blessed. No? Malaki ang biyaya. No? We have been blessed with the support of so many people, of course, starting in Taiwan with Venerable Master Sing Yin, no? And many of the devotees there. And then the local devotees as well. Blia is with us as well. And of course, very, very important for educational institutions, as you know, is the goodness of people who have come in. No? People who chose to teach with us. No? We are very, very proud that we have a national artist for dance. No? Si Alice Reyes is with Kwangming College. And you will, magugulat kayo, you will be very surprised when your graduates, the people from your areas, when they go home. No? Because Alice Reyes is a miracle worker, as with her team from the Cultural Center. We started a sports program with Coach Bo Perasol. I suspect that people recognize the name more than the national artist. No? Bo Perasol, of course, is the former coach of UP Diliman. No? And he is now a coordinator. He continues to be with UP Diliman, but he helped us to start a very strong program in Kwangming College, men's basketball and also track and field. Karamihan naman dito ay galing naman sa Visayas because you produce better athletes. I think your food is healthier than here in Manila. No? They're very, very strong athletes and we are looking forward to their becoming an exemplary team. No? They have already defeated UP's team once, although this was the team B, ito yung backup na, hindi yung team mismo. No? But even that was quite an accomplishment. So people are now paying attention to what is going on there. We've had so many teaching institutions who have come in to support us. I just had to mention the CCA, the Center for Culinary Arts, which is one of the oldest culinary institutions in the country. Pumasok din sila sa Kwangming and they have been teaching our students the culinary arts. Hindi lang pagluluto, it's really culinary arts, including vegetarian cooking. So why am I mentioning all of these? If we were to put a peso value to all these efforts that are coming in, many of them doing it for free, others doing it for very, very small token amount. No? Kung maglalagay tayong halaga dito, we would be talking about millions and millions of pesos. No? What am I getting at here? No? We hope now, I think we've reached the point, Kwangming College, panahon na, it's time for us to share those blessings with all our partner institutions. No? That has been done, of course, through Guang Shan, through the 3 Acts of Goodness, and today nga they are awarding, it's their money kasi, they're awarding 300 schools with grants. No? But now that Kwangming College is formally coming in also to work with Guang Shan, we hope to bring in skills. Our students will be the ones now to share the skills that they have picked up while they were in Kwangming College. No? Kanina, there's Nicole and some of the new graduates. No? Siya yung valedictorian ng last class. No? And others who are here. No? Nicole's actually from Ilocos. No? One of the rare, karamihan kasi ay Bisaya, no? Pero may Ilocano din tayo. Ada Ilocano? Ayan, yes. Okay. So, I will visit you sometime. No? My mother's family is from Claveria, no, in Cagayan. No? So I hope we'll be able to visit. Basit laing ang Ilocano ko, mas Bisaya ang ano. No? Anyway, we hope to introduce new projects, no? Meaning starting next year, we would like to see more projects coming in the area, for example, of the climate emergency. No? But very practical. Kasi ang daling pag-usapan ang global warming. But we would like to have programs, especially with the students, what can they do this early? No? That there are ways to try to slow down the climate emergency. No? And it will include even things like having a more plant-based diet. No? But to have a plant-based diet, we hope to, because I know in the Philippines, tayong mga Pilipino, pag vegetarian ang usapan, ang iniisip ka agad, salad na walang kalasa-lasa, right? But we will show you that vegetarian food can taste even better than meats. No? And we hope to bring this to your schools and that perhaps these can be the basis for your projects. No? The grants in the future will include that. No? And many other things that relate. We hope to bring in our sports, our athletes to visit, no? And to help you to think of new areas for cooperation. No? So, preview lang ito of what is to come. No? But today, we are here to celebrate your being awarded with 3 Acts of Goodness grants. No? And also to celebrate how many years have we been working together? 6 years. No? I'm looking for it. Wala kasing it's the cycle 7 awarding ceremony. No? And I know we will continue to get the support of Guang Shan. I hope I am not presumptuous in assuming that we will have them support us for the next 60 years. No? Sige nga, 10 years, that will be enough. No? And there might be more. No? So, I look forward to having the programs of Kwangming College. We will work closely with Guang Shan and with your areas. Now that the pandemic is subsiding, hindi pa siya tapos, no? Reminders lang. But now that it is subsiding, I hope we will be able to go out again. Director Maru is with us. Some of you have met her. She was the one who was going around looking for students. And we hope to be able to visit your areas. No? I have always loved the Visayas and Mindanao, and my team will go with me. We hope to be able to see your schools, no? So that we will have a better feel of what is needed. No? So let's keep in touch through all kinds of ways, no? And whatever assistance we can give, we will give to you. But nothing can be done without us working together, as the video showed earlier. No? Hand in hand, heart and heart together. No? Daghang salamat. Good afternoon to all of you.
Thank you so much, Principal Dr. Michael Tan, for the warm and inspiring message to our dear educators. We look forward to more of our programs together.
Let us now proceed to the signing ceremony of the Memorandum of Agreement between Guang Shan Foundation Incorporation and the Department of Education.
We would now like to call on the representative of Guang Shan, Ms. Kathy Lim, to be joined by Venerable Miao Ching, with the representative of Department of Education, Ms. Arlene Bermejo, the SDS of Sagay, and our Chief of Education Supervisor of SGOD, Maria Teresa Bingkang.
Superintendent Superintendent Marcet.
We would also want to request Superintendent Marcet to come up the stage to join for the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement. Now let us smile for a group photo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Now the San Hao position for the group photo. Okay, another photo. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Thank you very much. Now let us
Thank you.
the check. Granted.
Thank you. And now let us begin. The most awaited part of the program. The reason why we are all gathered today, the awarding of the 3 Acts of Goodness school grants, receiving a check worth 10,000.
We will be calling you in batches. So once you have been called, we are inviting you to please come up on stage to receive the check. So for the first batch of awardees from Luzon, we have 28 schools from Ilocos Norte,
2 schools from Masbate City,
20 schools from Pampanga,
10 schools from Sorsogon City,
and 1 school from Manila.
And now let's invite them on the stage for a photo taking.
So we will be inviting once again our representatives from Ilocos Norte,
Masbate City,
Pampanga,
Sorsogon City,
and Manila.
let's welcome them on the stage.
Let us give them a round of applause. Okay, so let us all please smile for the group photo. With a check worth 10,000 pesos.
Let's all face the camera.
Let us now do the San Hao pose.
Once again, congratulations to our first batch of 3 Acts of Goodness Schools awardees. Congratulations.
So as the first group goes down the stage, we would like to invite the second batch of awardees from Visayas. So it would be 1 school from Antique,
1 school from Bacolod,
16 schools from Baybay City,
9 schools from Cadiz,
5 schools from Capiz,
one school from Cebu Province,
13 schools from Escalante City,
38 schools from Leyte,
4 schools from Maasin City,
17 schools from Negros Occidental,
80 schools from Sagay City,
15 schools from San Carlos City,
and 4 schools for Southern Leyte.
Let's give them a round of applause.
We would want to invite our VIP guests to join for the photo. This would be the Buena Vista Elementary School from Sorsogon.
The 8 Numalnek National High Schools from Ilocos Norte.
The 9th would be the Sultan Ali Akbar Sangayan National High School from Sultan Kuldarat.
Next, Caloocan Elementary Schools from Leyte. Congratulations to all schools. May you continue to promote our virtue of thinking good thoughts, saying good words, and doing good deeds. To all your students, let us continue to promote these virtues to everyone around us so that we will be able to find respect, peace, and harmony wherever we go.
So let us now all smile for a picture. We would also want to invite our VIP guests to join for the picture taking.
Once again, the Sanhao postures. Let us look on the camera. Congratulations.
Let us show the awards to the cameras.
Once again, congratulations to all the schools. Thank you very much.
Now to present our Excellency Award to the winner, we would like to invite Dr. Yolanda Quijano, an education consultant and currently the Chief of Party of Project Gabay, Guide in Strengthening Inclusive Education for the Blind and Deaf-Blind Children. She is also a former of the Department of Education as she held positions as Assistant Director and Director of Bureau of Elementary Education, which she then became the Undersecretary for Programs and Projects. So without further ado, let's watch this video.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is with happiness and pride that I present the Excellency Award to the Division of Sagay City for their continued practices and implementation of the 3 Acts of Goodness, or TAG. Do good deeds, speak good words, think good thoughts. Congratulations, Sagay City Division, for a job well done. TAG is founded on the wisdom of Venerable Master Saint Ngong in Taiwan, whom I had the chance of meeting several years ago. It was a memorable encounter because I heard from him how he deeply loves the Filipino children and youth and all the Filipinos. This love has been carried out by him and the Guang Shan Foundation Incorporated that initiated several activities where the Filipino children are taught to practice compassion, promote righteousness, and build trust in saying good words, or the Bodha Dharma, pure and simple, the acts of goodness. To all the awardees and to all the schools implementing TAG, let us have the courage and determination to continue cultivating and practicing these virtues and pass this on to others so that all of us will become more productive, more harmonious, and live in a better Philippines. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that wonderful speech by Dr. Yolando Quijano.
Standing out from the rest, we would like to invite Venerable Miao Ting and Ms. Kathy Lim to give the Excellency Award to Marcet Sabaluka, SDS Sagay City, CESO 6, Superintendent from Negros Occidental. Please proceed to the stage.
Welcome, Ms. Marcet Salvaluca. Once again, congratulations to the Division of Sagay City. We appreciate all your efforts in implementing the 3 acts of goodness into your programs and projects. We would also like to appreciate the continuous support former SDS of Sagay City, the present SDS of Sagay City, and also Maria Teresa Bingkang, the SGOD Chief of SDO Sagay.
With all of your continuous efforts, projects, and programs to spread our 3 acts of goodness to your schools, you are the reason why we are able to have this ceremony today.
As everything is slowly opening up and the restrictions are starting to ease, let us watch this video to see our achievements from the 3 acts of goodness activities.
One. 3 Acts of Goodness School Grants Project. 2.
First Filipino English bilingual Buddhist storybook Bodhisattva published on 19 August.
3. WK Mandarin classes. 4.
Cherish the Water for Life 5th International Children's Environmental Conservation Drawing Contest.
5. Songs of the Human World Global Music Composition Competition. 6.
Guang College student as work small steps won the preferred 100 finalists in the 2022 3 Acts of Goodness International Microfilm Contest.
7. Order of National Artist Alice Reyes invites 3 Guang College students to perform Puso Filipinos 1. 8.
2022 BL RA Philippines Humanistic Buddhism Speaker Sharing Train 35 Humanistic Buddhism Speakers.
9. For Guang Shan's first men's basketball team in the Philippines.
10.
Guang College will be completed in June 2023.
That was very inspiring. Tagumpay na tagumpay tayo with all of these achievements from our 3 Acts of Goodness activity. And together, we can harvest the bounty fruit of loving kindness.
I agree with you. A community that practices compassion together is actually creating a circle of openness and transparency. May our dear teachers continue to engage and empower their students. Also, I'd like to express my gratitude to all the educators who continue to impact wisdom to students through education. I hope you will continue to inspire and touch the hearts and minds of our young people.
Everyone, please join us as we appreciate the STO Navotas Media production team as they help us in translating out Bodhisattva book by Venerable Jelin.
We would like to invite Cesar Salvame Jr., Master Teacher and Lead Technical Director, and Miss Tessie D. Sombilio, Master Teacher and Production Manager.
Let's welcome them on the stage.
Let us give them a round of applause. So once again, our Bodhi Serye book is available at the lobby. Feel free to check it out and you may get your very own copy for free.
You may also check out the podcast of this book. Thank you very much. Now, may I invite Marcete Sabaluca on the stage for her speech. May I invite Dr. Rami Yutiko on the stage for his speech. Please welcome Dr. Rami Yutiko.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is my first attendance in a full Guang Shan Philippines activity. And that's the reason why I have a copy with me of my guide so that I will not commit mistakes in whatever I do on stage today. I wish to thank the foundation for this invitation, and this is to recognize the best proposals for all our schools in the Department of Education. Tagged as Tagumpay, the 3 Acts of Goodness, Cycle 7 awarding ceremony, and I looked into the material given to me, and it specifies the objectives of the organization, and this is to propagate Dharma through cultural activities, to nurture talents through education, to benefit society through charitable work, and to pacify body and mind through group cultivation. Allow me then to DepEd Region 6 as we claim that we are the home of the champions, as I also emphasize the 3 acts of goodness. In the Department of Education, Region 6, we have established the first ever 26 farm schools in the country. In fact, the one awarded from Sagay City, the Sagay City National High School Rizal Extension, is now named as Sagay City Farm School. There is a new name now of that school which won the grand prize this afternoon. So it's no longer National High School Rizal Extension, but it's Sagay City Farm School. We have these farm schools all over the region because this is in response to Republic Act 10618, and that is the establishment of rural farm schools in the country, and that if we are going to look into the Sustainable Development Goals, one of the goals is eradication of poverty and hunger. So that is the response of the Department of Education Region 6. So we don't dwell so much on the dole out to the people, but we want to eradicate hunger and poverty in DepEd Region 6 and the entire Region 6 by the establishing of the first ever farm schools in the country. We want to soar higher by doing good deeds, speaking good words, and thinking good thoughts. Aside from the establishment of the farm schools in DepEd Region 6, we also have the first ever School Heads Academy in the country. Why we are implementing or establishing the first school heads in the country? Because we want to prepare our aspiring teachers to become prolific school heads. Many complaints, many murmurs can be heard in the community that some of our principals are not so prepared. But I was able to ask myself, what has DepEd done to help them? That's the reason why in DepEd Region 6, we have this first ever School Heads Academy. And we will be soaring high if we will continuously do good deeds, speak good words, and think good thoughts. With the innovation showdown across the levels, from the district, from the school, to the district, to the division, and the regional levels, we are now listening to all the interventions, innovations crafted by our teachers during the pandemic, because we have noticed that teachers are doing great during the pandemic. Because after all, for me, the pandemic is still a blessing because we have brought out the best in us during the pandemic. So I'm thinking of the teachers who are continuously navigating, teaching, reading, while our pupils are in the confines of their respective homes. In short, our teachers are innovative during the pandemic. To give credits to all their efforts, we have this regional, division, district, and school level innovation showdown. And the plethora of proposals now in DepEd Region 6 can be attributed to that innovation showdown across the levels. While looking into the long list, I have thought last night of listening to the sharing, maybe months from now. I would like to listen to the success stories of all these project proposals. And I want to gather all the proponents of these proposals under this Guang Shan Foundation. I would like to listen to them as they tell their success stories to be part of our innovation showdown. I'd like to listen to the teachers who are part of this endeavor as they share their innovations as part of the outputs of this endeavor of the sponsoring agency. And the three acts of goodness, doing good things, saying good words, and thinking good thoughts, should be part in the four givings as specified by the organization. Giving joy. I'm looking at Joy, the superintendent of Maasin City. Confidence, hope, and convenience. And I truly believe that what we do in the Department of Education, whether you are not from Region 6, we are all doing this. We share joy, we share confidence, we give hope, and we give confidence to the men and women under our care. To all the superintendents of DepEd Region 6 who are in attendance today, we will link all our endeavors to the tagline that we have been claiming, that DepEd Region 6 is the home of the champions, and that every child in DepEd Region 6 is a champion. The proposals that you have prepared would be weapons, would be instruments in producing more champions in DepEd Region 6. Good luck to all recipients, and I know you are all contributory to nation building with your good deeds, good words, and good thoughts. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Dr. Ramir Oitico, the Regional Director of Region 6. And once again, congratulations to Sagay City Farm School, and continue to soar high.
Congratulations to the Department of Education Schools for the aspiring proposals to develop our schools and grow our learners grounded on the foundation of kindness. Thank you, principals and school heads, for setting inclusive vision and humanistic measures through 3 acts of goodness management, teaching and learning.
We as educators from the Philippines are touched when Venerable Master Sing Yun recognizes the hard work, sacrifice, and devotion to nurture young ones. Pandemic crisis has made the teaching and learning process harder than before, yet we learn from Venerable that our 3 acts of goodness: power, strength, vow, and hope.
Now, I would like to invite Venerable Miao Jing for our closing remarks.
Dr. Tan, our distinguished guests from BLIA and Department of Education, and all who are present today, on behalf of Venerable Master Xing Yun and also our head abbot Yong Guang, Venerable Yong Guang, that we want to welcome you home. We have a cross collaborations with all the institutions of Fo Guang Shan here in the Philippines, the humanistic educations and the humanistic work. There is only one wish that Venerable Master Xing Yun taught us, which is one wish to have each pupil, students, children, grown up happily. So you being here with us in this Fo Guang Tech family is meant a lot to us. It meant that we can continue to work hard in the same directions because we share the same visions and we share the same work. We want to thank Venerable Master Xing Yun. He's 95 years old, never been a day to school setting, never been to school. But he has established 5 higher education institutions, university and college, and Guangming College is our youngest one in the consortiums. Yet we are the most creative one, we have heard to say, with the support of you sending students to us and continue this cycle of hope and cycle of love. And we also have with us our BLIA team, founder, Venerable Master Xing Yun, led by in the Philippines, our President Win Chua, has always seen the importance, together with our BLIA members, to support teachers, even though it has been especially difficult 2 years, but the BLIA members and Venerable Master Xing Yun Public Welfare Education Trust Fund has helped us to go through difficult times and bring us home. Venerable Master has been our support, and he is the greatest supporter of the acts of goodness. In order to fill this world with human love and afflictions that has touched each person. Many of our students and teachers come from the different regions, has inspired us to build oneness and to build a characters that nurture coexistence and harmony, because we have vows to live in this world with love and peace through do good deeds, say good words, and think good thought. Many of our educational projects and cultural projects has laid foundations in this objective, as also stated by Dr. Ramiel and Dr. Michael Tan. And we together, we like to share our stories from the Philippines to the world. And hence, the world get to know the Philippines because of our talent, because of our rich culture, because of our diligence and persistence that we want to make this world a better place. And lastly, we have seen Venerable Master Xing Yun being an innovator and a great master in creativities. Here, he has turned many impossible to become possible. First, the impossible to possible, the road of having Guangming College constructions now ready to receive you, and we will like to thank Dr. Michael Tan to prepare the program tomorrow to Takai Tai. So thank you, GMC team. And we would also see that creativity in and the trust in us, that our MC today are the one beautiful and one solemn. This is their first MC task for our Venerable Nen Guang. She was renounced and ordained only this morning, and now taking on the role. So congratulations, our pure local Filipino from ordained in the Guang Shan Philippines. So very happy to see the newborn. Then we also have creativity and innovations. That Dr. Tan has mentioned. Guangming College, led by our former presidents and the team, that we have worked together to implement 3 acts of goodness in character building of our students, not just a life skill, professional skills, but also their global horizons and visions. Us from the heart. The one last innovations that we would encourage continuous working to continuous becoming and broaden the opportunity, because we work together as a team. We learn and also we develop projects together to make our teaching and learning system stronger. We like, again, to thank you for your support, and the divisions. We always say that it starts from small, it starts from one person, that it would spread and grow to the community, and also continue to grow and shine to the world and spread on. And hence, 3 acts of goodness. When our student met Venerable Master Xing Yun, years ago, the first year, he asked him, I haven't met you and I do not know you. Why would you want to help me? And Venerable Master Xing Yun replied that now I could still do it through even though I'm blind and I could not walk, but through my writing of one-stroke calligraphy, I can help you with your scholarship, because I know it's important to learn. And to self-educate, to motivate yourself to learn. It's a curiosity and new learning. And he replied that, now that I help you, one day when you are ready, you will help many others. And I felt that this is exactly what we have a faith in, and we trust that each one of us is now the seed. And each pupil is also the seed of a goodness, that they will grow one day into a big tree and provide that shelter and that hope to people around them. So thank you very much again. 谢谢. We are looking forward to meeting all of you, like Dr. Tan has mentioned, at home. So from Mabuhay Temple to each home. 谢谢, 阿弥陀佛.
Thank you, Venerable Miao Jing, for the closing remarks.
Optimism, humor, and positivity are innate to Filipino nature, which manifest amidst difficulties. Now, before we end the program, let us now relax and enjoy this performance performed by Guangming College alumni. This piece celebrates the joy and triumph of a community upon choosing goodness, highlighting Filipinos' commonality in valuing the practices of 3 acts of goodness: doing good things, speaking good words, and thinking good thoughts. So now let us sit back and enjoy their performance to San Hao, or in English, the 3 acts of goodness.
Let's welcome
It is now time to check in. From wherever you are and wherever you've come, leave this now behind you. Buddhist influences in Philippine society. In the minds of the
Our talk on transforming Philippine education through mindfulness practice and compassionate pedagogy would start in 5 minutes. So we are inviting everyone to please come up and settle down.